our customers compete with anyone when it comes to hyperscale and efficient hardware.
How do you lead that?
Number one reason the company fails is they don't get market transitions.
Absolutely. I think the industry is going through a tremendous transformation.
Hi Zayan, how are you?
Hi Steve, welcome to Saudi.
Thank you so much for having me here at the headquarters of Cisco in Riyadh, in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I'm very excited to be here, and I guess you're quite excited because you just had a big promotion. What's your new responsibility at Cisco?
It's an exciting promotion. Actually, I'll be running the Cisco business for the Etisalat group and Mobile. So basically, Etisalat in UAE, in Egypt, in Pakistan, Nigeria, Afghanistan, Morocco, Telecom.
Wow, that's a lot of technology, exciting technology markets. But let's talk about Saudi, which is what you've been primarily responsible for at Cisco. Tell me about the market dynamic here between the different service providers. What's going on?
It's a very dynamic market actually. You can see the competition. You can see the competition between the major service providers here. You have Mobile as a challenger, you have STC as an incumbent, you have Zain as the third operator. And recently what also stimulated this competition basically is the introduction of the MVNOs.
Okay. What are they?
MVNOs, basically, we have Virgin and Libara, who are targeting also different sectors of the consumer sector with the mobile or GSM services, and this created a big or a more pressure on the service providers on their margins. It's a downward pressure on the ARPU at the end of the day, and basically this is why Cisco becomes more and more relevant, and our experience with the service providers becomes more interesting to try to find the solution to to reverse that trend.
Yeah. So Zayan, tell me about Cisco's strategy in Saudi Arabia.
So the strategy with the service providers is basically to help them in two fronts. Help them generate new revenue streams to capture the market with joint go-to-market and joint marketing and sales agreement. And second is to optimize their CapEx and OpEx by introducing virtualization technology and orchestration and new architecture delayering practices.
And is that actually happening today? Are you deploying virtualization here now?
It is happening. As we speak, we are deploying virtualization, data center virtualization with multiple operators. We are also testing virtualization to offer virtual managed services with one of the service providers in the test bed. Hope it will come to production very soon.
That's fantastic. Really interesting news. And generating revenue, new revenue, is very important to the service providers here, isn't it? Yep. Because so much of their revenue today comes from mobile service, and I think the differentiation between price versus the quantity of the data that they have to carry from users is really getting out of whack at the moment. Why is that?
So basically because of the so with the increasing competition, with the introduction of the MVNOs, the mobile virtual network operator in Saudi Arabia, the competition became more fierce, and basically the price and the pressure, the downward pressure on the data rates, on the voice rates became became stronger. So service providers had to look for alternative revenue streams in order to survive or to maintain their growth. And ICT and the cloud services is one of the areas that they can really rely on in order to achieve this growth. Together today, we talk in the world about IoT, Internet of Things, Internet of Everything, and there is a huge market in Saudi Arabia for this, given the digitization strategies that the government is embracing. We at Cisco are partnering with the service providers to build these IoT solutions, leveraging the technology of Cisco, the infrastructure of the service provider, and bringing to the table as well any eco partner that can really help a business outcome to the Saudi market.
Can you give me an example of an IoT application?
IoT application, we talk today a lot about big data, for example, and analytics. So, for instance, if we go to the malls and we have this Wi-Fi coverage in the malls, we do have today analytics that can really help the retailers understand more about the behavior of the customers. So by having location-based services that can really analyze the behavior of the services, which aisle he visits, which sites he visits on the internet, the credit card behavior, which store he visits more, which online store he spends more money at, we can deliver a more behavioral analysis of this consumer. And the owner of this data basically is the service provider, who can really have this data shaped well to be sold as intelligent data to the retailer or to the organization who can make use of this and deliver a better targeted campaign to its customers.
When you're dealing with personal data like that, security becomes very important. And I think security is a very big, important topic for Saudi Arabia generally. Is that right? And what's Cisco doing to help service providers in that area?
It is. So there is a big focus on security in Saudi Arabia, governed by the Saudi authorities. Today, Cisco helps the service providers to embrace security at 3 layers. We help them build the security for the cloud because of the introduction of the cloud security. We help them build the security for the CPEs, which is basically the protecting the devices that are accessed by the end customers. And we do also help them protect their network by, again, 2 ways. One is building the right measures so that nobody can really attack the network. And second is detect any attack on the network or any abnormal behavior on the network so that we can respond to it in a timely manner and find a solution for it. And as John Chambers has said before, that there are 2 types of companies, right? One that is attacked and one that doesn't know that it is attacked.
Yeah, exactly.
So detection is as important as protection, and this justifies the great investments of Cisco in this area and the intent we announced a few days back to acquire Lancop, which is one of the leading CTD, cyber threat detection security solutions in the world.
I think one of the reasons why the revenue crunch or the profit crunch, which service providers here are going through, is particularly acute, is that Saudis seem to be really a mobile population, which is quite interesting when you think that they had a lot of the roots here were in nomadic tribes, and seems somehow appropriate, but also they're huge users of social media, in particular video social media. Why do you think that is?
So 2 aspects here. First, you're right. The penetration rate in the mobile is close to 200%. So we have 27 million people in Saudi Arabia living, and the penetration rate, the number of mobile GSM, somewhere close to 50 million.
So how can that be? More than one handset each?
More than one handset per person, yes.
Why would that? Why would they have more than one handset? Yeah.
This is actually, so again, multiple factors are contributing to this. One of these factors is that some people, they have multiple SIM cards to get the best out of each operator, be it local calls or be it the overseas calls. And other also is the Hajj season, where you expect 3 million visitors every year coming to Saudi Arabia and being treated with special offers and the promotions from all service providers here in Saudi Arabia. So this contributes definitely to this huge number of penetration, or big rate of penetration. On the second side, as you know, still the lifestyle of Saudi Arabia makes the video and the technology one of the major entertainment areas for the youth class of the society. Not only the youth class, actually, for the whole society in Saudi Arabia. And that's why you see a lot of a huge traffic growth, exponential traffic growth. We know that with one of our service providers here, the data traffic per day is more than 1.3 petabyte per day. Mobily in 2013 and 2014 was awarded the award of Google for being the best or the mega user of YouTube.
Yeah, the number one.
Number one user of YouTube. And they have also been awarded the busiest network in the world per capita.
Wow.
This goes back to a lot of the society, as we said, the lifestyle. And second, embracing technology and the new technologies is huge among this youth class in this society.
Okay, Zayan, thanks so much for having me here.
Thank you so much, Steve, and hope you had a great journey to Saudi Arabia, meeting with the leaders of the industry. And I'm sure that they would love to see you more in Saudi Arabia, because we do really believe that Saudi Arabia is a technology hub, and it is one of the countries that is evolving very fast and adopting really the latest technologies that you may see back in San Jose and in the US.
I've really learned that while I've been here. Thanks so much.
Our customers compete with anyone when it comes to hyperscale and efficient hardware.
So how do you lead that?
Number one reason a company fails is they don't get market transitions.
Absolutely. I think the industry is going through a tremendous transformation.